Well,
Yum.
one of the
All
quotes.
right, we're going to bring up your next
No, I'm
comedian,
trying to
hailing
sell it.
all the way from Flint,
$10.
Michigan. He and I have had an opportunity to perform together at Timothy's Pub in Flint.
I'm trying to sell
We've done a
it.
bunch of open mics together. He can be a tad aggressive, so watch out, kids. Watch out. A lot of fun. You're gonna love this guy. I love
You
him
want a
much
gold
more
one or
than
you want
Greg.
a red one?
That's right. Back at you, buddy. Let's give it up for Mr. Chris Green.
All right, what up, what up? Hey, so you guys have a good summer? Yeah, cool, me too.
I will.
Honestly,
You
though,
gotta-
I'm just glad the 4th of July is over. I mean, I like the holiday, but I hate the fireworks.
Oh, you want two?
They're too loud.
Or you want three?
They scare the hell out of my dog. Yeah. He runs off and hides under the bed, and I'm sitting here like, great. Now who's gonna lick this peanut butter off my nipples?
More lucky than me.
Kills the whole vibe.
He's that much more lucky that you're gonna put his name on it than yours.
And I don't understand this obsession with Chris Hemsworth. You know, the Marvel actor? I mean, he's decent looking, but he is not all that. I was actually thinking about him the other day while I was masturbating. I had a Thorgasm. Which makes sense, because in my fantasy, my ass was getting hammered. It was marvelous.
Getting weird.
Hey, you guys hear about that biker that got hit by that turkey? Yeah, dude was flying down the road, man, doing like 80, right? And the turkey just nailed him. Knocked him right off his bike. He survived, but he broke just about every bone in his body. Yeah, then afterwards everybody's talking about how sad it was, and I'm like, dude, he's not the only one that got hurt. I pulled like 4 muscles in my back. Do you know how hard it is to throw a 40-pound turkey? That shit ain't easy. As I should probably tell you all a little bit about myself. My name is Chris, and I identify as trisexual. I try to be sexual. Unfortunately, my wife is a dry-sexual. Kind of hard for me to get into that. If you know what I mean. Us trisexuals, we actually have our own flag. It's just a bunch of frowny faces with some blue balls in the middle. Let's see what else about me. I'm 53 with bad vision. I used to get excited about large breasts. Now I get excited about large font. Not quite the same. I used to bite my fingernails. Yeah. My dad put a stop to that, though. He said, boy, next time I catch you biting them fingers, I'm going to stick them in dog shit. He did, too. And it worked. I haven't bitten him since then. I did feel bad for the dog, though. He cried the whole time my hand was up his ass. Probably should have taken off my class ring first. Say, we got any veterans in here tonight? Any veterans? Hey, hey. All right. Thank you for your service. I appreciate you. I like to thank veterans whenever I can. I thanked a veteran last night at the restaurant. Went over to his table and I was like, thank you for your service. And I shook his hand and then I noticed his legs were gone. So I was like, man, I'm sorry about your injuries. He looked really confused. It turned out he was just wearing camouflage pants. Kind of embarrassing. Speaking of embarrassing, I'm a substitute teacher. That's my day job. I don't like my day job. I do try to be positive, though. Like, every morning when I go to work, before I walk into the building, I always stop and I say, it's going to be a great day somewhere. It's a hard job, man. Last school I was at, behavior was terrible. The kids were out of control, but all the teachers walked around like this. Yeah. Then I saw the principal. He was like, even the lunch ladies were like, and And I thought, now that's what I like to see right there, school spirit. You know, like things might not be perfect, but we're still number one. They'd be proud to be there. Then later on in the classroom, a little boy held up 3 fingers. I said, what does that mean, young man? He said, well, 3 fingers means you need to use the bathroom, 2 fingers is for a drink, and 1 finger means you're having a mental breakdown. And it all made sense. Most of the kids I work with are pretty cool, but they can say some weird stuff. Like I had this little girl come up to me, she's like, Mr. Reed, is the Empire State Building the most important building? I said, no, it's not. She was like, well, then what is the most important building? I said, well, that all depends. Like, during times of war, the most important building is the Pentagon. In times of peace, the most important building would be the United Nations. After the day like I've had today, the most important building is Murray's Liquor. She was only 6, but I wasn't going to bullshit her. I can't even afford to buy liquor anymore anyway, man. Prices are through the roof, right? And even when something's on sale, the sales are just stupid. Like I saw this sale that said, buy 15 bottles of Pantene, save $2. I'm like, 15 bottles? What am I shampooing? A 70s bush? Stupid. Hey, speaking of stupid, I got those energy-saving light bulbs. What a joke. I mean, yeah, they use less energy, but they also barely put out any light. Good thing is, now it's not so bad when my wife asks me to do her with the lights on. That's a joke. My wife's a beautiful woman. Not only is she beautiful, but she's funny, man. She's got a quick wit. Like yesterday, she rolled her eyes at me. I said, you know, eye rolling is a microaggression. She said, so is your penis. She's not wrong. So y'all might have noticed I have a slight limp. I was out getting my wife some flowers and I twisted my ankle. Tripped over a tombstone when I was leaving the cemetery. It's worth it though, I got her some roses. Shout out to the Thompsons. Whoever they are. Save me some cash. Nah, but I had to get my wife some flowers though, because I made her mad at me the other day. Yeah, we were at a family dinner, and I told her she had a booger, like right in front of everyone. And she got embarrassed. So afterwards, we decided to come up with some code words to use in case that happened again. Yeah, so we decided that if one of us has a booger in the nose, then we'll say, you got a homie in the crib. But sometimes the homie leaves the crib. So if you got a booger on the lip, then we'll say, there's a homie on the porch. Worst thing though is when the homie leaves the porch. Yeah, we were at a party. My wife looked at me, she was like, OMG, homie in the yard. I repeat, homie in the yard. Man, I went in the bathroom and looked in the mirror. I had a homie smashed into my beard. How does that even happen? Oh, but that ain't nothing. We were at Meijer in the checkout lane, and I sneezed real hard. My wife was like, ooh, homie across the street. I looked at the dude in front of us. My homie was stuck in the back of his neck. We were cracking up, too. Until the dude turned around. He was like, what's so funny? I was like, nothing, man. We were just laughing about something that happened to my homie. That was a close one. So my wife is actually a therapist. She's an expert in depression, anxiety, trauma, PTSD, grief and loss, substance use, and attachment disorders, which basically means she's qualified to deal with my shit. The ironic thing about her being a therapist, though, is that she loves to talk. Man, she talks so much, I went out and bought a hearing aid just so I could turn it down. Yeah. Her favorite thing to talk about is her dreams, which I don't mind listening, but then when she asks me about my dreams, it makes me feel kind of stupid. Like this morning we were laying there, she's like, Last night I had a dream that my dad was in a retirement home and I went to visit him, but they wouldn't let me in to see him. So I found the window to his room and I could see him, but he couldn't see me. And he was laying there in a bed and he had the keyboard that I bought him for his birthday, except all the keys were missing. And then all of a sudden everything went dark and I could hear Amazing Grace playing in the background. And I tried to call out to him, but there was no sound coming out of my mouth. And I know there's a lot of symbolism there, but I'm just not sure how to analyze those things. Then she looks at me and she's like, "Did you have any dreams?" I'm like, "I dreamt I was at the beach with Chris Hemsworth." That's all I got. Being married is a trip, man. Like, last night I went in the bathroom to brush my teeth, and my wife was in there taking a shower, and all of a sudden, I hear her shoot a snot rocket. Yeah, I was like, "Gross, what are you doing in there?" She's like, "Well, I blow my nose in the shower to save on toilet tissue." And I couldn't really get mad about that, because that's the same reason I shit in there. It's fine. The hair trap catches all the corn. And most of the peanuts. Alright, before I go ahead and get out of here, can I get away with one more wife joke? One more wife joke? Recently my wife confronted me about my lack of manscaping, which was surprising to me because I just trimmed like 3 years ago. Anyway, she gave me an ultimatum. She said, "If you don't tidy up down there, then you're not getting any." So I replied the way any sane man would. I said, "Yes, dear." And she handed me the clippers, and she told me, "Good luck finding your junk." So I spent the next couple of hours hacking through my bush. And you know what, guys? I'm actually glad I did, because not only did I locate my genitals, but I also found my missing chapstick, my bottle opener, and my Blockbuster membership card. I forgot that was even a thing. All right, thank you so much. My name's Chris Reed.
Give it guys for Chris. Never under any circumstances do you ever spend the night at Chris and Aude's house. Or if you do, just like, sleep and then go, "Oh, no, it's okay. I don't need to use the shower." Oh my God.